Hello, my friends. Liberty Garden. I found myself at Camp Tom Hale in Oklahoma with the Boy Scouts. Now, the Boy Scouts, they for about 2 years now, they allow girl troops. So me having two girls, they're in the Boy Scouts, but on the girls troops side. And today we're camping a week. We arrived on Sunday. Today is Tuesday. It hasn't stopped raining. A lot of rain. And this is how the camps look like. So some of the issues that the girls have been having, or that we all have been having, including myself, a lot of lessons learned camping out here, is that those tarps, there's a lot of seepage. So they say they're military surplus, whatever, but I don't think they don't hold too well to rain. So you start getting seepage into your cots, and since these tents are here, you don't have your own tent, so you have a cot in there with a mosquito net, and a lot of the kids' blankets are wet already, and they still got five more days to go. So yesterday I left my curtains open, and we had a downpour, tremendous downpour. We thought the rain was over. Well, I thought the rain was over. I got no Wi-Fi signal here, and there was a tremendous downpour, and even though it was in a duffel bag, everything's soaking wet. So what I'm wearing right now is the only dry pair of pants, and nothing will dry because I put a cloth line inside the tent, but it's not gonna dry. So brings me to my next point. I've been wearing these boots, Timberland boots. They've kept my feet dry in 3 days of hard rain, and they're leather, but they're treated. I don't know what the hell they're having inside. And if you pair them with a thick pair of wool socks, your feet will stay dry the whole time. Now, I'm not walking through rivers and stuff like that, but puddles, rain, etc., mud, and my feet are dry still. Which is more than half the kids here are wearing sneakers. And also the little cheap shit that you get at the academy, like their brand doesn't hold up to water. So don't get that stuff for your kids. I got that shit for mine, and I'm gonna throw it away because those little boots, they say waterproof. They're not waterproof, not at all. And with their kids, you're like, well, they're gonna outgrow this thing by the next camp, which is in 3 months, and I'm gonna have to spend another $100 on a pair of boots. Well, I guess that's the price of being in the Boy Scouts, I suppose, or find some other way to keep their feet dry. Because yesterday, all of them were having some kind of white foot deal. When you go to the pool, your foot gets all white and wrinkly, and it starts to hurt. That's what they were having. So they were applying talcum powder. So that's pretty good. So here it is. This is my girls' tent at the end, the blue one. I had to put this blue tarp this morning because their stuff was getting wet. So I moved their stuff to my tent on the boy side. The boy side separated by about 50 yards, so about 30 yards. There's the boy side on that side, and I'm on that side. So I got this tent. I tied it up as best as I could. It's not a perfect fit. It's kind of small, but at least it takes the water. It was sipping through the seams here. It was pulling up. So we took care of that, and I moved their cots to the center so that way any drainage doesn't fall on the cots. And I took all the blankets to my tent because I put my tent inside this tent here, or this here. So I got a 4-person tent inside of this thing, so I'm dry out there, except my clothes, which was outside and got all wet. But at least I put their blankets and stuff in my tent so that they can have a good night's sleep. A warm sleep, at least. Not good, I wouldn't say good. And that's it. It's an adventure. And these kids are doing a lot of growing up. They're definitely out of their comfort zone. They are tired, and it's only by the second day. Half the kids in the troop are already asking for mommy, and it's understandable because they're pretty small kids. So we're trying to kind of keep them comfort and just trying to kind of get them through the week. They say the rain's gonna stop at 2 o'clock. I sure hope so, because this is really putting down some. It's just very uncomfortable to be in the rain, basically. But anyway, it's other than that, it's a pretty good experience. Note to self and to anybody who wants to listen: don't bring cotton jeans to camp. If you're in a place that's gonna rain a lot. They take forever to dry. They don't dry, basically. You're gonna be in wet clothes all the time. Bring synthetic, wicking synthetic fibers, because those, even if you get wet 2 hours in the shade or in the breeze, and you're dry, and a little breeze with your body heating, a little breeze, you get dry quickly. Bring some good rain gear. Those little ponchos that look like little trash bags, they last about 5 minutes before they start ripping up and stuff like that. So they're okay for an emergency, but if you're gonna be spending some time in the woods, bring some decent rain gear and some shoes. I mean, shoes is probably the most important of everything. Just keep your feet dry. A couple pair of shoes that are truly waterproof, tested. I mean, test them at home with a freaking water hose in the backyard, And if they let water in there, they're gonna let water when you're out camping. So, and if you can get some pants that are like some kind of fiber that's not cotton, that dries out quickly, that's even better. Because just being wet is pretty uncomfortable. But that's where we are right now, and it's a good experience. I mean, I really recommend, if you haven't done camping, if you haven't had your kids do camping, get them out. Get them out, and get them out to an environment where you're not there to babysit them. Because the first thing the kid will do is that they'll come to you to solve their problems. And then they never learn to solve problems. So get them out there, throw them in the Boy Scouts. Don't throw them into a weekday-long camp out the first month, but throw them out there. Let them go a couple weekends by themselves, and then after that, after they build up some skills, let them go on a full week, and they'll come back. I'll guarantee you, they'll come back different people, very mature. They'll learn to solve problems and stuff, and they grow. Basically, they grow a lot. So anyway, folks, thanks for watching, and until next time, I'm not gonna be at the farm this week. Talk to you later.